हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू अभिपीडिया पावर्ड बाय अभिमन्यु आईएएस। आज हम डिस्कशन करने जा रहे हैं 15th फाइनेंस कमीशन के ऊपर। अभी रिसेंटली 15th फाइनेंस कमीशन ने अपनी जो फाइनल रिपोर्ट है वो प्रेसिडेंट को सबमिट कर दी गई है। सो दिस टॉपिक इज पार्ट ऑफ योर GS3 सिलेबस दैट टॉक्स अबाउट इकोनॉमी। विल डिस्कस इन डिटेल कि फाइनेंस कमीशन के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजंस क्या होते हैं, हु आर द मेंबर्स हु आर एलिजिबल टू बी दी फाइनेंस कमीशन मेंबर। We'll discuss what this report says in depth. So let's begin. So अभी recently जो 15th Finance Commission है, right? It has submitted its report for the period of 2021-22 to 2025-26 to the President of India. Report का title है Finance Commission in COVID Times. The use of scales on cover to indicate the balance between the states and union. Key points that have been highlighted by this commission. Firstly, this commission was asked to give its recommendation on many unique and wide-ranging issues in terms of reference. जो इसका terms of reference था उसमें बहुत सारे wide-ranging issues को cover करने के लिए कहा गया था सरकार के द्वारा। Apart from the vertical and horizontal tax devolution, ये फाइनेंस कमीशन वर्टिकली स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एंड लोकल गवर्नमेंट के बीच में किस तरह से डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होगा और हॉरिजॉन्टली कि डिफरेंट स्टेट्स के बीच में कैसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होगा टैक्सेस का, उसको डिस्कस करता है, राइट। द डिवोल्यूशन ऑफ दिस टैक्सेस इज देयर हॉरिजॉन्टली वर्टिकली लोकल गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट्स, डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट ग्रांट्स। द कमीशन वॉज ऑल्सो आस्क्ड टू एग्जामिन एंड रिकमेंड परफॉर्मेंस इन इंसेंटिव्स फॉर स्टेट्स इन मैनी एरियाज लाइक पावर सेक्टर, adoption of DBT, direct benefit transfer, solid waste management, etc. The Commission was also asked to examine whether a separate mechanism for funding of defense and internal security ought to be set up, and if so, how such a mechanism could be operationalized. So we are focusing towards setting up a mechanism for defense and internal security as well. So this is the formula, revenue sharing formula in the 15th and Finance Commission. If you compare the two finance commissions, तो 14th फाइनेंस कमीशन ये है जिसके अंदर पॉपुलेशन बेसिस पे 27.5 डिवोल्यूशन किया गया है, एरिया बेसिस पे 15% दिया गया है एंड इकोलॉजी पे 7.5, इनकम डिस्टेंस पे 15%। एक नया एडिशन किया गया है टैक्स एफर्ट्स को एज वेल एज डेमोग्राफिक परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर बेस्ड। सो दिस इज परफॉर्मेंस बेस्ड इन इंसेंटिव्स दैट हैव बीन गिवन, राइट। अलॉन्ग विद दैट जो पॉपुलेशन के ऊपर बेस्ड क्राइटेरिया है उसको रिड्यूस कर दिया गया है इन दी 15th फाइनेंस कमीशन फॉर revenue sharing for tax devolution. This report has been organized in 4 volumes. Volume 1 and 2 as in the past contain the main report and complying annexes. Report 3 is devoted to union government and examines key departments in greater depth with medium term challenges and roadmap ahead. Volume 4 is entirely devoted to states. The Commission has analyzed the finance of each state in great depth and has come up with state-specific consideration to address the key challenges that individual state faces. Right? जो चैप्टर 4 है, जो वॉल्यूम 4 है, इट इज़ इंटायरली डिवोटेड टू दी स्टेट्स के फाइनेंस को डेप्थ में कवर किया गया है और जो की चैलेंजेस हैं स्पेसिफिक स्टेट कंसर्न्ड उनको बहुत अच्छे से फोकस में दिया गया है दैट हाउ टू ओवरकम दीज challenges. The report will be available in public domain once it is tabled in the parliament by the union government along with explanatory memorandum, action taken report on the recommendations contained in the report. So about the Finance Commission. Well, Finance Commission was established by the President of India in 1951 under Article 280 of the Indian Constitution. So it is a constitutional body because it is mentioned under Article 280 that President of India can establish the Finance Commission every 5th year, right? और as per it can desire that कोई specific topic जो है as per the President request, Finance Commission can do detailed study on that report. So it was formed to define the financial relations between the central government of India and individual state government. The Finance Commission Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1951 additionally defines the term of qualification, appointment and disqualification, the term eligibility and powers of Finance Commission, right? So there is Finance Commission Act that defines the eligibility of the Finance Commission members. As per the Constitution, Finance Commission is appointed every 5 years and consists of a chairman and 4 other members. Since the institution of the first Finance Commission, stark changes in macroeconomic situations of the Indian economy have led to major changes in Finance Commission recommendations over the years. Several provisions to bridge the fiscal gap between the center and the states were already enshrined in the Constitution of India. Right? There are many measures which are related to the fiscal health of the economy of the country, including the Article 268, which facilitates levy of duties by the center, but equips the states to collect and retain the same. So there are many articles which talks about the financial relation between the center and state, right? Under Article 280 of the Indian Constitution, which defines the scope of commission, the president will constitute a finance commission within 2 years from the commencement of constitution, and thereafter at the end of every 5th year or earlier, as the deemed necessary by him/her, which shall include a chairman and 4 other members. Parliament may be by law determine the requisite qualification for appointment as members of commission and the procedure of selection. राइट, पार्लियामेंट एट टाइम्स कैन डिटरमाइन कि अपॉइंटमेंट किनका किया जाएगा और उससे रिलेटेड जो एसेंशियल क्वालिफिकेशंस हैं वो क्या रहेंगी और उनका प्रोसीजर ऑफ सिलेक्शन क्या रहेगा. पार्लियामेंट टाइम टू टाइम कंसीडर कर सकता है इस अपॉइंटमेंट के क्राइटेरिया को. The commission is constituted to make recommendations to President about the distribution of net proceeds of taxes between Union and states and the allocation of the same among the states themselves. यूनियन एंड स्टेट के बीच में वर्टिकली डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कैसे होगा और डिफरेंट स्टेट्स के बीच में कैसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होगा टैक्सेस का, उसको डिस्कस किया जाता है. इट इज़ ऑल्सो अंडर द एम्बिट ऑफ फाइनेंस कमीशन टू डिफाइन द फाइनेंशियल रिलेशंस बिटवीन द स्टेट एंड यूनियन. दे ऑल्सो डील विद डिवोल्यूशन ऑफ अनप्लान्ड रेवेन्यू सोर्सेज. Need for Finance Commission. As a federal nation, India suffers from both vertical and horizontal fiscal imbalances. Right? States के अंदर भी fiscal imbalances हम लोग focus कर रहे हैं और union के अंदर भी fiscal imbalances हैं. So these vertical imbalances between center and the state results from states incurring expenditures disproportionate to their sources of revenue in the process of fulfilling their responsibilities. जो भी states हैं वो जो भी revenue based सोर्सेज के ऊपर जो भी खर्चा कर रही हैं और जो भी एक्सपेंडिचर कर रही हैं, इट इज़ वेरी इन इम्बैलेंस्ड फॉर्म. उनके पास इतनी रिसोर्सेज नहीं जितना वो एक्सपेंडिचर कर रहे हैं. राइट. हाउएवर states are better able to gauge the needs and concerns of their inhabitants and therefore more efficient at addressing them. States are a better judge of how they can use their revenue, right, for expenditure. Horizontal imbalances among state governments result from differing historical background or resources endowments and can widen over time. The first Finance Commission was established in 1951 by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the then incumbent law minister, to address these imbalances. Important functions of the Finance Commission. Well, one is the distribution of net proceeds of taxes between center and states to be divided as per their respective contributions to the taxes. Determine factors governing grant and aids to the states, right, and the magnitude of the same. जो grant and aid के ऊपर based factors हैं, किस basis पे grant and aid दिया जाएगा states को, उसको discuss किया जाता है, उन factors को find out किया जाता है and उससे related recommendations की जाती हैं. To make recommendation to the president as to the measures needed, the augment of the fund of the state to supplement the resources of the panchayat and municipality in the state on basis of recommendations made by Finance Commission of the state. जो Finance Commission of state ने recommendations दी हैं उसके basis पे किस तरह से अपनी resources को channelize करेंगी municipalities and पंचायत, इसके ऊपर भी focus किया जाता है. उससे related recommendations दी जाती हैं president को. Right? Any other matter related to it by president in interest of the sound finance. और कोई भी जो function है जो president सोचते हैं कि इम्पॉर्टेंट है फॉर साउंड फाइनेंस, ही कैन आस्क द फाइनेंस कमीशन टू स्टडी दैट. हु आर द मेंबर्स ऑफ फाइनेंस कमीशन? द फाइनेंस कमीशन मिसलेनियस एक्ट 1951 was passed to give a structured format to the finance commission and to bring it at par with other world standards. जो दूसरे वर्ल्डली स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं रिलेटेड टू द फाइनेंस कमीशन, राइट, उसके साथ इसको बैलेंस किया गया एंड उससे रिलेटेड एक फॉर्मेट क्रिएट किया गया, एक स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्मेट फॉर द फाइनेंस कमीशन. इट लेड डाउन द रूल्स फॉर क्वालिफिकेशन एंड डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन ऑफ मेंबर्स ऑफ द कमीशन एंड फॉर देयर अपॉइंटमेंट, टर्म, एलिजिबिलिटी एंड पावर्स. द चेयरमैन ऑफ अ कमीशन of the Finance Commission is selected from people with experience of public affair. The other 4 members are selected from people who are or have been or are qualified as judges of the High Court, have knowledge of the government finances or accounts, have expertise in the administration and final expertise, or have special knowledge of economics. So these are the conditions for which the eligibility that determines the eligibility of other members of Finance Commission, right? So this is all for this topic. I hope this helped you to understand the Finance Commission in depth. In coming more slides, we will cover what this Finance Commission has recommended, right? After this comes available in the public domain. So for more such related videos, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.